We talked a lot about Al Horford's defense in my last video, and while Big AL's overall influence is becoming one of the hottest topics around Warriors camp, which we'll dig into later, there's more going on than just the Warriors' shiny new big man. As exciting as his arrival is, Pat Spencer stole some attention off the bench, dropping 12 points and 4 assists and looking like the perfect backup point guard for the Dubs. Even though he's only on a two-way deal, Spencer's chemistry with Horford in pick and pops and his sharp sense of when to pass or shoot made him a surprise favorite among Dub Nation after preseason Game 1. Beyond scoring, his playmaking gave the bench exactly what it's been missing: smooth pick and rolls, smart ball movement, and real energy. Found cutters in rhythm. His 4 assists weren't just basic passes. They kept the offense alive when Curry, Butler, and Green were resting. Spencer's mix of creating and finishing plays gave the second unit a structure that looked calm and organized. On defense, he played tough and smart, fighting through screens and talking on every switch. What really stood out, though, was his poise. He made it feel like every play went through a guy who actually understood pace, space, and purpose. For a Warriors team still figuring out which guards deserve minutes behind the stars, Spencer's performance showed that smart play and real hustle can actually shift momentum. In a preseason full of experiments, he looked like someone quietly building a case for a bigger role. Legitimate case for minutes once the real games begin. But Moses Moody completely stole the show, leading all scorers with 19 points on a scorching 7-4, 9 from the field and 5-4, 7 from deep, finishing with a game-high plus 21 in just 15 minutes. This was the breakout Warriors fans had been begging to see. Confident, efficient, and aggressive from the jump, Moody wasn't just knocking down open looks. He was flowing within the offense, finding his rhythm early and making sharp, instant reads every time the ball came his way. His shooting form looked pure and consistent, and the confidence behind every release screamed growth. A clear sign that he's ready to step up and prove he deserves a bigger role this season. Stood out most was how easily Moody mixed his shooting with smart off-ball movement. He flowed naturally next to Curry and Podziemski, timing his cuts and relocations perfectly while punishing every bit of defensive hesitation. The Lakers' wings gave him an inch of space, and he made them pay again and again from beyond the arc. His plus 21 didn't just come from hot shooting. It showed a full two-way effort. Tight closeouts, solid defense, and spacing that lifted every lineup he played in. This felt like a statement performance. Moody didn't force anything. He just fit into the Warriors' rhythm and dominated through control and efficiency. His mix of patience and confidence made him look less like a young role player and more like a seasoned pro ready for real minutes, ready to secure a real rotation spot. In a preseason full of trials, he looked like one of Golden State's sharpest and most reliable wings, the kind of shooter and thinker who keeps the offense alive and dangerous. Buddy Hield gave the Warriors exactly what they wanted when they traded for him last year: steady scoring, spacing, and veteran calm off the bench. He put up 11 points on 5-4, 10 shooting and 1 for 4 from deep, giving the team a solid boost whenever the offense slowed down. It wasn't one of his classic flamethrower nights from 3, but he showed he's more than just a spot-up guy, cutting at the right moments, finishing in transition, and knocking down clean mid-range looks that kept the pressure on the defense. Looks instead of forcing threes. His shot choices were calm, his movement deliberate, and his timing on relocations blended perfectly with the Warriors' motion-heavy offense. But the real story was the bench's complete takeover. Alongside Al Horford and Quinton Post, he helped dominate the game's middle stretches, outscoring the Lakers by a wild plus 49 in their shared minutes, a number that screams chemistry and control. The trio clicked effortlessly. Horford's spacing and defensive smarts steadied the unit. Post brought soft touch and muscle inside, and Hield's scoring threat kept the Lakers' defense constantly stretched. For Hield, this outing proved his worth goes far beyond being just a catch-and-shoot specialist. He looked like a veteran weapon who can bend defenses in multiple ways. 3-point volume. His versatility really shone. Reading defenses, cutting when doubled, and keeping spacing so teammates could operate freely. In just 18 minutes, he turned the Warriors' bench into a serious weapon, proving that his shooting alone can bend defenses even on an off night from deep. If this balance carries into the regular season, Golden State's second unit could quietly be one of the most reliable supporting groups the team has had in years. Al Horford may have only scored 3 points, but his impact was everywhere. In just 14 minutes off the bench, he filled the stat sheet with 3 assists, 3 blocks, and 4 rebounds, finishing with a team-high plus 13. It was the kind of balanced veteran play that doesn't need high scoring to make a huge difference. His only basket came from deep. A clean pick and pop that showed just how naturally his spacing fits alongside Golden State's guards. But it was everything else, rotations, timing, and smart, unselfish passes, that truly lifted the second unit. On defense, Horford anchored the paint with textbook precision. His 3 blocks weren't luck or overreaching. They came from elite anticipation and perfect positioning. Whenever the Lakers attacked the rim, his presence caused hesitation or outright rejection, while he consistently boxed out to secure extra possessions that turned into fast break opportunities. His leadership on defense, calling screens and directing rotations, kept younger teammates steady during long bench stretches. Offensively, Horford's role as a facilitator was clear. His 3 assists came from give-and-go plays or skip passes that punished defenders who overhelped. The Warriors' bench offense ran smoother whenever the ball went through him, and his calm under pressure kept the pace controlled. That mix of intelligence and quiet authority is exactly what Steve Kerr hoped for when he added Horford to the lineup. A veteran big who doesn't need to score to control the game. In limited minutes, Horford delivered a masterclass in subtle impact, doing all the little things that win basketball games. Games without ever needing the spotlight. Looking at the Warriors' unofficial first game of the season, what stands out is how different roster pieces stepped up in unique, complementary ways. Moses Moody emerged as the clear spark, dropping 19 efficient points and a game-high plus 21, showing just how dangerous he can be when allowed to play freely within the system. His confidence from deep and sharp decision-making gave Golden State a glimpse of a young wing maturing into a player ready for real minutes. Meanwhile, Pat Spencer quietly stole attention by running the second unit, scoring 12 points and dishing 4 assists while controlling the offense with poise and precision. His mix of scoring and floor leadership gave the bench a smooth, confident rhythm and stability that's been missing in previous seasons. Buddy Hield added veteran shooting and balance to that second unit, contributing 11 points and keeping the floor spaced even on a modest 1-for-4 night from deep. Alongside Al Horford and Quinton Post, he helped produce a plus 49 swing. A clear sign that this revamped bench can dominate through execution, not just hustle. Horford, the silent anchor, delivered a masterclass in veteran control. His presence steadied both ends, guiding younger teammates through rotations and making every possession count. Altogether, the Warriors didn't rely only on their stars. They won because role players embraced their roles and thrived within the team framework. Moody's shooting, Spencer's playmaking, Hield's offensive pull, and Horford's steady presence offered a glimpse of just how deep and flexible this roster can be. For a team chasing one more title run, this game felt like a preview of what could make Golden State a real threat again. A mix of experienced veterans, confident young talent, and a second unit capable of maintaining high-level play when the stars take a breather.